whakatau mai rai.
Takitaki no pino whaka huia mai, kai ana te whetū, kai ana te marawa. Te tio rere rā urunga peka peka, kōtore wiwi wāwa, ko te manu ki a tau, tihei mauri ora. Taku tūranga aka i roto i tēnei whare, ko ngā whakaaro e rere ana ki te puna o mahara, ki te tingi, te rahi, korero ki te pōi. E koutou mā te hunga moeroa, ara mai, hai. Haere te arakahu kore, vai ho te mamai ki runga ki o iwi. Ngā mate i te uru, ngā mate i te tonga, whatu ho te urunga, whatu ho te moenga. Ha pai ai tū, o pauri ki te pō, o pauri ki te pō e moi. Ka aputi hono ka tātai hono, rātau te hunga mate ki a rātau. Ka aputi hono ka tātai hono, tātau te hunga ora ki a tātau. Ia kurangatira, tēnā koutou katoa. Mauri ora, te whare e tū mai nei, mauri ora ki te papoa e hora nei, mauri ora ki tēnā o koutou, ka whakawhiti mai nā i te ratapua tū, ka kuhu mai te tatau, o tēnei te whare, o rongo e tū mai nei. Te rā taringa e rongo ana, ia reo rōreka, ia korokoro tūi, e karanga atu ana mai tēnei whare kia koutou. Arā, ko te karanga whakahoki tērā, e karanga mai nei ki tēnei whare, e tatari pīkari ana kia koutou i tēnei ata. Korera hara mai, i runga i te reo aroha. Hara mai, i runga i te reo kaue, e whakaaro nui ki o koutou tini, ki o koutou rai. Hara mai, i runga i te reo tuatahi o tēnei whare, to tātou nei whaia, e to tātou hāpai, o wahora, tērā te reo rōreka, e kaue nei a koutou i tēnei ata. Hara mai, i runga i o whakaaro nui. Hara mai, i runga i te reo, o ngā tūpuna, hara mai, i runga i te reo, o te whaia. Tērā te whakaaro, e hoki ana ki ngā koro e nei whenua arā kia wairaka. Hara mai ki runga ki tēnei whenua tapu, o ngā tini hapu, o ngā tini iwi. Hara mai, ki ngā wairere mai nei, te wairuroa wairaka, e pōhiri tiaia e koutou i tēnei ata. Koutou e whakawhiti ana i te ara, arā ko te pā, harake ke tērā o rangi maari e mihina ana kia koutou i tēnei ata. Whakawhiti te ara tapu atu, tau mai ki roto ki tēnei te whare o ngā kaumahaki, e mahana mai nei, i ene ngā kaiako, e noho nei, i ene ngā ringa, ngā waiwai, te whare wana ngā wairaka, e noho mai nei, ngā rangatira, ngā kaiako, ngā rahi, o te noho potahitanga morai, e pōhiri atu nei kia kau. Hara mai hei whakamahana, i tērā, te taha o te whare, e ki ana o te manuhiri. Koutou e arahia nei, to tātou nei rangatira, e noho mai nei hei māngai mo koutou. Miena kia koe te rangatira. Kāti, e ngā aua maha, e ngā hau e whā, e ngā maunga whakahi. Hara mai. Tau mai roto i tēnei whare wānanga, tau mai roto i tēnei whare whakaaro, tau mai roto i tēnei whare kōrero. Tirohia ngā pātu o tēnei whare, e irihia nei ngā kōrero o enei whenua, o enei takiwa, o ngā hau e whā o Aotearoa nei. Arei ko mātou tūpuna, ko mātou kōrero, e iri nei ko ngā waka, i hara mai i Hawaiki, i tau mai ki Aotearoa, anei ko tō mātou ao Māori tēnei mihiana kia koutou. Hara mai, i roto i te kuaha, me ki, ko kuhu mai ki te tatau o tēnei whare wānanga mā mua. Koutou e noho mai nei ki tēnei whare. Ko whai whakaaro, ki e nā huatanga o te ao Māori no reira me tika. Ka mihi te koutou tata. E kore haka tāroa ngia ake e nei kōrero, engari e ngā rangatira o tā wāhi, ngā rangatira o tata mai nei, nau mai, ara mai, tau. Koutou ka u ki ngā kura Pākihi, koutou ka u ki ngā mahi kararehe, ki ngā mahi pūtai ao, koutou e ruku ana ki te hohonutanga o mātauranga, ara mai, tau. Rere ngā rangatira, tātia te ngā mihi I konei, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa.
Ko wairaka tēnei, ko wairaka tēnei, ko wairaka tēnei, ka ora e, ho mai tori.
Tāna mana ki kirunga I tātou I e huri. Nā mihi ki te whenua, o wairaka. Nā mihi ki te whare, nā kauma. Kāna mai mihi mai, tēnā kōku. E te whānau, e ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā waka, e ngā karangatanga maha, e ngā kaimaki, e ngā rangatira, e o te hoa mahi katoa. Tēnā koutou. E te reo IT o te marae, e whaia Linda. E te rangatira e Simon, e Liz. E te whakakura e Rikona. Tēnei te mihi, tēnei te mihi. Karanga mai mihi mai kia mātou. Ko hui mai nei mātou I tēnei rā. I te whakarongo I ngā kōrero. I te tautoke te kaupapa o te rā. I te pōhiri me te mana aki. I ngā tauira hou katoa. Karanga mai mihi mai. Mā te whakaatu ka mōhio. Mā te mōhio ka marama. Mā te marama ka mātou. Mā te mātou kawa. Nō reira, ka nui aku mihi. Ka nui aku mihi kia mātou. Nō reira, tēnā koutou. Tēnā koutou. Tēnā tātou katoa.
Kia ora.
koutou. Tēnā tātou tā.
Kia ora.
Mā koe whakakapi ake, tēnei taha ki te taputapu. Mā ki te taputapu e tūki. Tūki runga, tūki aro, tūki whiawhia, tūki hakapukaina ki te whaia te ao mārama. Paupau ki runga, paupau ki raro, ki taku aro aro. Kia mau, kia ita, kia mau, kia tū, tauana, tauana. Ara mai te toki a haumi e, hui e, tai ki e. Good morning everybody. Welcome. Didn't understand what I was saying. All I was basically saying is welcome from everywhere you come from. Those that have come from afar, welcome into our space. Those that have come from just up the road, we welcome you as well. You walk in from the cold and you come into this place and it's nice and warm. Warm because we've been waiting in here, preparing ourselves, getting our emotions all ready for you. Maybe because the floor's heated as well, but also because of all of those thoughts. And then when you came in and you joined, the room got even warmer. Alright, because you came through the front door. I mentioned in my speech that some people didn't make it here today, and unfortunately they didn't get to experience coming through the front door, the formal welcoming into our whare wānanga. Unite. But all of you that have come are going to represent those as well. Alright, so we don't leave them out and say you missed out. No, you came on behalf. On behalf of your friends and people that you're going to learn with that may not have experienced this as well. So you get the opportunity to share that knowledge, what you've learned, and what you felt. Some of you may have felt something entering this space. Others, it may not click until next week. Or graduation. Alright? We're all different. I was those graduation people. That's when it all clicked. Alright? But for some of you, you felt that this morning. And you can share that just for conversation. And what that does, it actually uplifts our te ao Māori. All the information that we hold in spaces like this. So I pointed around the room to the walls, if you saw, and I pointed to these carvings. Because each of these carvings tell a different story, and within that story, many a narrative. And this is how we share our story. So if you're new to Aotearoa, you're new to New Zealand, and you see tattoo that the Māori people wear on our faces, on our bodies, all that does is tell our story. It's not for a step. It's to keep us committed to our ancestry, committed to our kuia, our elders, and make sure that we're doing the best that we can to welcome people like yourselves into our spaces. So welcome, super formally. My part's done. I'm going to hand over now to one of our leaders, Simon, who's going to speak on behalf of our rangatira here at Unity. Maurio.
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko Simon Bilton toku ingoa, a Program Director Tāmaki Aho ki MIT and Unitec. Tēnā koutou katoa. Mātou. Whaia Linda. Rangatira Chris. I'll just thank the three important people for being welcoming us into the whare and through it, and also for your leader for today, Chris. Who has done a fantastic job in speaking on your behalf. Could I just ask how many people here have been welcomed into a marae whare in the past? Has anyone been in anything like this before? So this is new for a lot of people. It's something very special. It's very special because it's welcoming not just you, it's welcoming your ancestors, and it's welcoming to you to the greater part of our family. So you are now formally part of our whānau. Your MIT and Unitec whānau on the Unitec campus. And likewise, everybody that you see here has also been through this process. They've all come on and been welcomed as part of the whānau. So under this roof, we are all equal. Can I thank you too for making what we think is a very wise decision. A very wise decision, for two reasons. One is that you've chosen MIT and Unitec as your provider. But secondly, is that you've chosen to do something to better yourself, or your community, or your industry, or whatever reason you have. You've chosen to commit to this and to invest your time and your money, which you also appreciate, I'm sure. But we'd like to ask you to think very carefully when you are carrying out through your course that you have chosen. Yes, the outcome is that you would like to have your qualification, but the journey along the way is actually really, really important. I would like you to be mindful of that, because it's not always going to be easy. Sometimes it's going to be hard. Professor Carroll, who is the bigwig of the academic world here, he would say that cognitive dissonance is what you're going to experience. And cognitive dissonance is really difficult. It's when you come here to learn something new, as he would put it, rather than actually just review what you already know. So these wonderful people here, they're the ones who are going to impart their knowledge, their expertise, their care with you to guide you through those processes, to guide you through when you're learning something new. When you get to a point where you don't know how to do something, you think you know how to do it, and then you find that you can't. They're here to guide you through. The other people who are here to guide you through are those people that are in this room next to you. These are your fellow classmates. They're going through the same things that you're going through, in different ways, but they'll still be going through the same things. And I would encourage you to look after each other, to talk with each other, to help with each other, before you really need it, not right at the last minute. So get to know your classmates, get to know the people around you. It's actually really important. It's a really important thing in life as well, not just here. The other part I'd like to say is MIT and Unitec have a lot of support structures in place. We have librarians, we have all these beautiful people in front of you here who will help teach you through. We have student support services, we have a whole range of different support. If you need something, do not be afraid to ask. It is really important. We are here to help and to help you get through and become the best that you can be. On that note, I really would like to welcome you again for what's most people the first day, I guess, of their journey, and I wish you all the best. And I have absolutely no doubt that you're all wonderfully capable people that will work well together and do a fantastic job moving on to your future careers. All the best.
I would now like to call Nigel from School of Environmental and Animal Science to share some quarter words.
Thank Mike. Thank you, So I'm Nigel Adams from Environmental and Animal Sciences. So normally our head of school, Laura Harvey, would give you this sort of welcoming address, as it were, but she can't be here today. So it's my pleasure to welcome you on behalf of Laura and of course our staff to Animal and Environmental Studies. So I guess clearly we're delighted to have you join our community, and hopefully as part of that you'll develop some skills and knowledge centered around obviously our particular discipline area, which is environmental stewardship, katiakitanga, animal welfare, and also some of the general principles around how natural systems work. I'd like to extend a particular welcome to our international students. I know we've got a large group, mainly from South Asia, but other parts of the world as well. And just to recognize that you do bring a special character to the program. So in other words, we want to incorporate those diverse and views that you may have around a particular discipline that'll add additional context and flavor to our program. So thank you for doing that and choosing to come to Unitec. Of course, there are two parties, as is pretty obvious in terms of your academic journey. There's of course us as staff, and I guess we have a commitment to you in terms of being inclusive, respectful, and providing an appropriate academic environment for you to develop the skills that I've just referenced in terms of stewardship, for example. We recognize the diverse background and will sort of make efforts to incorporate your particular viewpoints and value systems into our considerations and discussions as we move through our programs, particularly I'm thinking of the master's students. And then as the student body, similarly you have a commitment, and reference has been made to the fact that this idea of community within the studentship about helping one another, clearly that's an important commitment you must make to your fellow students in a sense. and also that you're part also of forming a sort of safe, inclusive environment. And as well, clearly, there's an onus on you as well to seek help when you need it, as being mentioned before. Don't wait, seek that help early, both from your fellow students and from support services that exist within the institution. Also, of course, you have a commitment to sort of maintaining professional and academic integrity and scientific integrity, and clearly that's an important component of the commitment that you bring to our program as well. So that's as much as I've got to say. So really just to reiterate our welcome to you into our new community, and hopefully that will be a long, productive and challenging and, I guess, fulfilling experience that you have here at this institution. Thank you.
Now I'd like to introduce you to Liz Rainsbury, who's going to be speaking on behalf of the School of Business.
I'm Liz Rainsbury. I'm the acting head of the School of Applied Business, but I'm also the academic program manager for the Masters of Applied Business and the Masters of Professional Accounting. Like my colleagues have already said, I would like to congratulate you on investing in your education. I know this is in a sense, your first official day coming here at the orientation. However, I understand your decision making would have been done some time ago. And obviously committing to education, organising family, some of you travelling with family to New Zealand. So I just want to acknowledge that, you've obviously had to do quite a lot to get here. So congratulations for that. And this is a key milestone to go from that. I would also like to point out about the support and expertise of our staff. I'd just like to acknowledge our staff. So could the School of Applied Business staff stand up? You'll probably see these characters around or in your classroom, but they are really committed. They are committed to making sure that your journey is successful. And I think a lot of us, while we're in education, is that we follow student journeys and we see some inspirational experiences from those students. And the students do transform. They do change in the sense of what they learn, their skills, their knowledge. And then they move on into new jobs, new spheres. So although it's very intimidating at the moment, commit to the journey, and I'm sure you'll reap the benefits. So I'd like to wish you good luck. And I'd also just like to say that take care of yourselves. It's winter in New Zealand at the moment and there's lots of bugs going around. So if you are unwell, don't come to class to share your bugs. Stay home, contact your lecturer, okay? And seek help if you need it with international people or our student support people if you need help in terms of some stresses that you may have in settling in. Okay, we're there to support you. So congratulations, and I look forward to working and seeing some of you.
Now I'd like to introduce you to Tiffany, Student President of the Student Council.
Hello everyone, my name is Tiffany Nguyen. I'm studying civil engineering. I'm honored to serve as student president. As student council, our commitment is simple. Your voice matters. If you support, we listen. If you have an idea, we will support. If something isn't working, we advocate for change. Unitec is more than a place to study. It's a community and you belong here. Just in case someone hasn't told you yet, but the complex were invented before mechanical clock. because direction is more important than time. So don't worry if you haven't got what you wanted yet. As long as you go in the right direction, everything will work out just fine. So thank you, and again, welcome to Unitech.
Just checking. Oh, yeah. To place aside the sacredness of our formal welcoming, we're going to now ask that you stand up, put your shoes on, we'll go across next door for something to eat, something to drink, and that, place everything aside and you can move back in the day.
Thank you.